Fran. Hi, happy Friday. Happy Feminine Friday, friend. Feminine Friday, friend. Say that 3 times fast, right? I'm glad you're here. Hope your day has been good. I didn't announce this, so we'll see who would like to come in and visit with us, right? Hi, Fran. I don't know if you heard me. It just came up on the computer. So let me know if you can hear me. I was saying that I didn't announce this. So Anna Marie, hi. How are you feeling, friend? How are you feeling? Fran popped in, so she's here too somewhere. Make sure you're on top chat or live chat. I'm sorry, live chat. Hi, Fran. Oh, my, right? Right? So we went out for Friday Fun Night tonight, and we went to the Goodwill up in Sharon, and they were having 50% off all donated items. So you're all better, Anna Marie? All better? Like all better, right? That's wonderful. That's wonderful. So how many days was it, Anna Marie? Let's see. Wednesday? Because was it Wednesday to Wednesday? That would have been a week, right? All better. Wonderful, right? That's wonderful. 1 week. Okay. Good, good. Well, at least it didn't linger, right? At least it didn't linger. So, happy Friday to you. I won't ask you if you wore a dress, Anna Marie. We'll excuse you because you're recovering, so you need to stay cozy, right? You need to stay cozy. But we went to the Goodwill, and they were having the 50% off all donated items. So we popped in as usual, and I picked up a few things. Oh, okay. Good, good. If you have to do that, you have to do that. You know what I mean? So I'm glad you did. And I'm glad that you're feeling much better. It's not fun to be ill or not feel well. And especially when it's summertime, because that just, if it's hot and sticky. Did you, Anna Marie? Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. A couple of our circle friends. Oh, okay, Fran. Okay. You gotta look cute for the graduation party, Fran, right? You do. But a couple of our circle friends messaged me privately and sent me pictures of them in their dresses today too. So there you go, right? There you go. And I did have somebody when we were at the Walmart tonight compliment me on my dress, and they said, "Why are you so dressed up?" And I said, "Because it's Feminine Friday." And they said, "Well, what does that mean?" And so I explained it, and they said, "Oh, that's a really nice idea." Okay, Fran, that'll be great. That'll be great. I love seeing pictures of everybody. So I do. So did you guys have a good 4th of July last night? Did you celebrate? Did you listen to fireworks? Did you wonder if they were ever going to stop? Jolly, you know who's here, who wants to see you, right? Come here, Jolly boy. He's under the computer desk. Hold on a minute. Come here, Jolly boy. Come here. Oh, he's such a rascal. Hi, Jen. We're showing Jolly Boy off first thing. That's why Fran's here. Fran's only here for Jolly Boy. Oh my gosh. Can I tell you all? He is just the sweetest little thing. And look at his legs, how his stripes are getting darker too on his legs. He's looking at himself in the computer. He's vain like his mother is. Right? Do you remember? Do you remember not so long ago? I held him in this hand. One hand. I did, Jolly Boy, and you've grown so big. You have. You've grown so big. Everybody loves you. Say hi to all your friends. Say hi to all your friends. Okay. I know, right, Anna Marie? Let me tell you something. He is just, yes, Jen. And can I tell you something? He won't eat the kitten food. He wants to eat the big cat food. Oh, was there really, Fran? Oh my goodness. Well, it wasn't doing that here because we have a noise ordinance at 11 p.m. And, you know, like a switch, it stopped at 11 p.m. And then we had the rebels that set off a couple afterwards. But I would say by midnight, hi, Tina. Hi. Everybody's here. Everybody's here. I'll show Jolly Boy again, Tina, towards the end. Somebody remind me before we say goodnight, and I'll show Jolly Boy again. But, yeah, so we started grilling out in the 5 o'clock hour, and it started to sprinkle. It did. It started to sprinkle. And so we had dinner, and it cleared up a little bit, and we could see blue in the sky. And I guess it was about maybe 9 o'clock, we started hearing, oh no, Anna Marie, from fireworks. From fireworks? You're in Pennsylvania, right, Anna Marie? They're legal here. We've had plenty of rain, so we're not like dry or anything. We don't have to worry about that. Oh, it is, Fran, in the Bronx. I wonder, does each borough have their own, or is it like in the city as a whole that they are illegal? That would be interesting. I would want to know that. I do believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Fran, all the boroughs act as independents, right? But they're all under the New York City umbrella, but they act as independents, right? All New York City. Okay. Okay. So we had fireworks. I posted a little, just a little 10-minute video last night in between the rain showers that we ended up having. And it was hilarious because it was like a switch and it would pour down rain. And then it was like a switch and it would stop. And the minute it stopped, the fireworks would start going off until it started to rain again. So we were having bands of rain come through here, you know, like I would say probably 10:30-ish till like midnight. And it was, you know, that's when, as long as it wasn't raining, the fireworks were going off. So, but we've heard some fireworks tonight, so you may hear them also. And we'll be having fireworks around us all weekend, more than likely. So, yeah, but we had a nice quiet day. It was a quiet day. And you all know I made Juicy Lucy's, and they were super de-duper good. Chewy grilled them to perfection because he has a digital thermometer now. So he's upped his game to grill the burgers, right? So he's all excited. So I have a steak out thawing for Sunday because he wants to use his digital thermometer for the steak. So that's what we're gonna do on Sunday is we're gonna have the steak. So that'll be super yummy. And guess what? I'm gonna dip mine in melted butter. I certainly am. I have jolly fur on my face. I do. I have jolly fur on my face. Tina, I just watched your grocery haul. Okay. Personally, this is just me personally. I think even in the pouring rain, Anna Marie, that's very interesting. Can I tell you, I've seen on YouTube, people have done shorts on YouTube, and I guess there were some places that did fireworks by drone, and they were like in 4D. Isn't that amazing? I'm sorry, but I like the old school fireworks that you just shoot them up straight in the air and they come like an umbrella and they make pretty colors, right? Yeah, Tina. With drones, they use drones. And I don't know how they did it, but the fireworks were in 4D. It was crazy. It was crazy. Look it up on YouTube and see if you can find it, Tina. But what I was going to say, Tina, was I watched your Aldi's haul. And can I tell you, quite personally, I think you got quite a lot. They did it over the Hudson River. I think you did pretty good for $94 because blueberries are a high ticket item. The berries that you got were high ticket items. I don't know how much the steakums were there at Aldi, but I'll tell you something, at the Walmart, those things they are pricey at the Walmart, the Steakum brand. Now Walmart has their own brand of the Steakum, the Steakum things. But I think you did pretty good. I thought you did pretty good for the amount of money. I think you got a good amount of stuff. I do. I left a comment, and I like to use fresh mushrooms. I don't like to use canned or jarred. Oh, I think that's good, Tina. I think that's a good price. I do. Compared to like other stores. Do you know what I mean? Compared to other stores. So we're supposed to have an Aldi's coming back to our side of the city. So when we first moved here, Aldi's was on our side of the city. They built a freestanding Aldi's over by the Walmart. Oh, BJ Steakums, Fran, the real thinly sliced. Oops, I got a pop up here. I don't want to miss anybody's. Yeah, Tina. Yeah. But I think like with all the berries and stuff that you got, you know what I mean? To me, those are high ticket items. Okay. Tina, did you see what Fran said? BJ's, I don't know if you belong to BJ's or Sam's or Costco. You might want to check there. You might get a better deal on the Steakums. You might get a better deal. Let me tell you something. Chewy loves the Steakums. He does. I don't buy them very often because they're expensive. And, it's not something that we typically buy. But he loves the Steakums. And the vitamins. And the vitamins too, right? And the vitamins. So I think you did pretty well, to be quite honest with you. Now, I thought the eggs were expensive, Tina. I thought they were expensive. I don't know how much they are at Walmart right now because I always keep 3 dozen in our refrigerator at one time. And I coat my eggs with vegetable oil and put them back in the container and then put them in the refrigerator. And coating them with vegetable oil. Yes. Yes, Fran. I know. Oh, yes. You're, let me tell you something. Your foodie pictures make me yummy. Okay. Okay. Well, just, enjoy them. Enjoy them. They're super yummy. Oh, they're super yummy. Do you remember when they used to do steakums in school for school lunch? Do you remember that? Did anybody else have steakums for school lunch? We had steakums for school lunch. Super de duper yummy. They were super de duper yummy. So, if anybody, okay, if any of our circle friends that are here, and I see you right here, so I know you're here, are along the Texas Gulf Coast, okay, you need to start preparing, right? Because now we know for 100% sure that Beryl is in the Gulf Coast, right? And heading towards Texas, right at the bend of the Gulf Coast. Really, Tina? Huh, that's interesting. Maybe because of baseball season? I don't know. That's very interesting. I find that to be interesting, Tina. That would be considered a season. Well, I guess Aldi does bring things. It's not going to, Fran. I think it's in the Gulf Coast now. So I always think of the Gulf. I always think of the Gulf as think of it like a pinball machine, right? That's what I think of the Gulf. And it gets stuck in the Gulf, and it can just bounce around, but it's eventually going to hit. But it's right at the bend. Oh, that's a good idea, Tina. Did you see that with Anna Marie? They used ribeye. They used chipped ribeye steak. That's a good idea. You know what you could do too, Tina? Because you bought roast beef, right? Deli beef, roast beef, right? What if you took the deli roast beef and treated it like a steakum? Just saying, that might be an idea. That might be an idea, Tina. Now, Tina and Anna Marie, since you guys are here in Pennsylvania too, you know the Isley's ham, right? The chipped chopped ham, and then you put the Isley's sauce in it and you do it in a crock pot. You know about that, right? I didn't know about that until homemade Arby's. And I think Walmart carries Arby's sauce. Shaved steak. Okay. See? So there you go. There's ways around it, right? There's ways around it. But I think you did good, Tina. Personally, I think you did good because you had high ticket items, in my opinion. The berries, the vitamins. I thought the eggs were high. That's just my opinion, though. But I thought the eggs were high. Because I think I paid under $2 at the Walmart the last time I got eggs. But I always keep 3 dozen in the refrigerator. Always keep 3 dozen in the refrigerator. Just in case, we're not able to get them. So I haven't tried freezing eggs yet. I'm afraid to do that. I'm afraid to freeze the eggs. Apparently you can crack them into the big ice cube. Eggs are expensive there. Well, you know why the eggs are expensive, right? Because of the bird flu. That's why. But it's not real. It's not real. It's fake. It's a conspiracy theory. It is. ISALY, Anna Marie, ISALY, and it's the type of ham, and then there's a sauce. Isn't it like a barbecue sauce, Tina, that you pour over it? You put it in the crock pot and you just stir it, and then it's almost like a sloppy Joe, but it's ham, Anna Marie. It's very Pennsylvania. You might want to check at your deli. You might want to check at your deli. Yes. It's an acquired taste. I had to learn to like it when I married Chewy, because we in the South, we have ham salad sandwiches. Shaved ham with the sauce, and the sauce is the Isley sauce. Isley sauce too. Isally, I think that's what it is. So, but anyway, back to the hurricane. If you're on the Texas, that bend in the Gulf Coast of Texas, that's where you need to be preparing. And I would prepare anywhere on the Gulf Coast. You know what I mean? Because you don't know, once it gets in that pinball, in my mind, I mean, it could bounce around. Ah, yeah. Oh my gosh. I know, right? Now we had our regular hut pizza tonight. We certainly did. And can I tell you, I really like the cherry tomatoes on it. They've switched to cherry tomatoes as a topping on the veggie pizza, and I love them. I absolutely love them. Now, let me just tell you guys, you're going to get a garden tour this week sometime. You certainly are. And wow, Fran. Did your hut get a makeover, Tina? Do they have a fireplace now? Because ours has a fireplace. That's wonderful, Tina. That's wonderful. That's a lot of money for eggs, Fran, but I understand. I understand. Oh, it's very plain. Is it like institutional looking, Tina? Can you go in there and dine? Tina, I'll send you a private message and we'll figure out the hut situation. I have an idea. So we'll figure it out. Oh, it's ugly. Can I tell you something? I watched a video. I watched a video and they talked about like the remodeling of places, and they talked about new buildings that are going up, and they talked about like fashion and art and how ugly it has become. And that is part of it. They make things ugly. They take the beauty out of everything. Like, have you been into a Wendy's recently that's been remodeled? Have you been into a Taco Bell that's been remodeled? It looks like an insane asylum. It does. Very industrial, very straight, hard lines, very like, and the Taco Bell, at least up at Louise's school, they had a kiosk as soon as you walked in, and they wanted you to order there. Like, they didn't even want you to come up to the counter to order. I mean, it was very impersonal and very cold. Do you know what I mean? And like the buildings that they're building with all the reflective glass, and they're very like straight and ugly, and just the art that's coming out and the fashions that are coming out, very ugly, right? They're taking the beauty away from things and trying to get us used to like seeing like ugly, stark, you know what I mean? And let me tell you something. This is not going to be a popular thing for me to say. I think farmhouse was part of the plan. Because let me tell you something. You saw how those farmhouse Frauleins, right? Yeah. You saw how those farmhouse Fraus and Frauleins went crazy for the farmhouse, right? Black, white, gray, beige, right? Farmhouse. Very stark, very institutional, very whitewashed, no color. Well, that lasted all of about a year. Then they all started losing their minds and went on antidepressants. And then it became modern farmhouse, where they started adding color because they couldn't stand it. They felt like they were living in a mental hospital. Not sorry. I never liked farmhouse. Even in Little House on the Prairie, the farmhouses weren't like that. They were pretty. Red check tablecloths, pretty starched curtains, pretty flowers on the tables. They would go out and pick the wildflowers. I got to relate things somehow to Little House on the Prairie, right? You know that. Every single video, I have to somehow inject Little House on the Prairie, right? Tina, I'm telling the truth, sister. I'm telling the truth. You do. I'm telling the truth. And then the farmhouse became ugly. It became ugly stuff, right? Yes, dear. Is that you or Larry answering me? Oh, dear, dear. Okay, so I have cucumber water, right? I have cucumber water, and I also have green tea here. I do, but it's cooled off quite a bit. So we went to the Walmart also, because that's part. Oh, I knew it. That's part of our Friday fun night, right? Woo, we live the high life. We go to the hut, we go to the Goodwill, and we go to the Walmart. And guess what? We have the best time ever. We certainly do. So guess what? At the Walmart, all the boxes of fireworks were gone. They were. So I'm going to have to go to Sky King over in Ohio probably, but that's okay. But they were putting out the back to school stuff like a bunch of banshees. They were putting that stuff out on the shelves, and guess what? There was an end cap of florals that were for Halloween, and they were pretty too. They were very, very nice florals for Halloween. The patriotic stuff was up in the front, 50% off. The fireworks, though, that they had left, like the poppets, the sparklers, they had a few of the big, like, fountainy things. They weren't 50% off. They were not. Yes, Tina. Yeah, I haven't been there in quite a while. So I do need to go there, though, because guess what? Louise, loves the potato sticks from the Dollar Tree. She does. She loves the potato sticks from the Dollar Tree. She likes to put them on her sandwich. She does. Isn't that unusual? It is. So anyway, so we went to the Goodwill. I got a few goodies. Not a lot, but I got a few goodies, and I'm happy with them. I certainly am. So 50% off. You were at the Dollar Tree today, Fran? That's always a fun place to go, isn't it? It is. And I believe they've taken over a couple of other, yep. I know, right? I know. Can I tell you, it's fun to look at the school stuff. It is. It's fun to look at it. Let me tell you something. I still look in the baby section at the Walmart. I still look at the little boy section. Well, my ginger snap still is a little boy, but I look in the little boy section clothing. I look in the little girl section clothing. I look at the coloring books, because I just like to see what's out and what is popular, or what might be popular with the littles. And I like to look at the school stuff. I do, because it's just fun to reminisce, and it's fun to just kind of walk leisurely through there as you're just like da 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 da, and there's all the moms that are pulling their hair out, and there's all the kids that are begging for the latest and greatest school supply thing, and you're just like going through the aisle like this because you don't have to worry about it anymore. Tina, I think. Oh, yeah, you do like buying cute stuff, Fran, for that. Yep, you do. You got to, right? You have to. I think they still sell those, Tina, at the Walmart. I do. They're not the ones that we had. They're not the same type. You know what I mean? Do you remember when they banned those? Exactly, Jen. Exactly. The early bird gets the worm. The early bird gets the worm, Jen. Yep. Good idea. Good idea. Like I told you guys before, as soon as those school supplies started coming out, I would have Louise up there at the Walmart or at the Dollar Tree, and we would be getting her stuff, because that way, like you said, you get the early pick, and then it's off your mind. You're not there the day before school starts, right? So it's always best just to get it done. It's always best. I mean, you might not want to even think about it, because I mean, it seems like summer just started, right? Like 3 weeks ago, officially. And now we're already thinking about the fall, you know? So, but I think that's a good idea, Jen. I think that's a real good idea to start picking up now. You know what I mean? Get the stuff early. And you may hit a couple of like early bird sales. You know what I mean? You may be able to do that too. So I got a few things. Like I said, it was 50% off all donated items. So like, you know how the Goodwill has like drinks at the registers in the refrigerator, and they have like chips at the checkouts, and they'll have like they have like a chip rack and everything. Those weren't 50% off. Those weren't, because they weren't donated items. But anything that was donated was an extra 50% off. So I picked this up, and this is fancy, and we may have a fancy thing to go to, right? So I picked this up kind of thinking about the fancy thing we may have to go to, but I can also wear it for conspiracy time if I want to. This is by The Gap. Now this is a medium, and I got a medium because it looks like it's very fitted, but this is just a lightweight silver. It's got metallic threads in it, and it's just a cardigan. And look at, can you see the silver threads? Right there. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Nope. Nope, Jen. Not one bit, right? Not one bit. You should have gotten there earlier. Tough titty for the kitty. The milk's all gone. That's what I say. But look at that. Right? So I could wear this for conspiracy theory when the weather starts getting cool, right? With like a black turtleneck. But I got this, and it's just a button up, but it looks like it's very fitted, and it's like nylon. You know what I mean? So I got this, and this is Gap, and it's a medium. And this is rayon and ooh, 5% metal fiber. What the hell is that? That's the metallic. 95% rayon. So I was very happy with this. Okay, so I got that. And it was $4.50, and it was 50% off of $4.50. Then I got this, and I'm very happy I found this. Now, I am going to have to make a repair on this, but it's not a big deal. It's not. And I'll tell you exactly, I'll give you a tip on how to make a repair, okay? This is Ralph Lauren. This is Green Label, okay? This is Slim Fit. It's a small. It's polyester and elastane, okay? So there's the tag, and it's a Green Label Lauren, and it is just a black dress shirt, women's dress shirt. It has the pockets on the breast right there, and then it has long sleeves with a beautiful cuff, and it's black, and it is flowy. It's got like a flow to it, like that fabulous diagonal striped shirt that I got that I love so much. That's what this feels like to me. Okay, now it's a little bit transparent. I don't think, okay, look, I don't think you'll be able to tell. It's a little bit transparent, but that'll be okay. I thought this would look real nice with black and white tattersall pants or herringbone pants, like wool. I thought that would be really pretty. Now, let me show you. And it's got the pointed collar, right? Now, there's a button missing. Hi, John. Thanks for coming in. There's a button missing right here. Okay, it's missing. Now there are no extra buttons under here, okay? Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a button from down here at the bottom, right, which will be where it's tucked in. I'm going to take this button and I'm going to move it up to here, right? Then I'll just take a black button that I have in my sewing kit and I'll put it down here at the bottom. See? So this button will come up here where the button is missing. And then I'll just put a plain black button down here to replace this one, right? So that's how you do it. If you're missing a button up high on your shirt, take it from down low, right? Bring it up and then just put your just put a basic button down low, because that ends up getting tucked into, you know, shirts or pants or skirts, and you won't see those buttons. So but you want your buttons up high to match. And if you don't have any extra, because sometimes the extra buttons will be on the inside label here, but this one doesn't have extra buttons. So that's what I'm going to do. So there's just a tip for you guys if you need to replace a button that's up high, okay? But I got this. So this was $4.50. I did check, Fran, and there's not. That's why I'm going to move a button from the bottom to the top. So, but this was $4.50, 50% off. So I'm very excited about this. And this will look nice too with dark wash jeans. This would look nice with dark wash jeans too, right? So, because it's black and it's kind of, silky. So it could be kind of like a dressy casual thing. You know what I mean? So there you go. Okay, so I got this for Chewy. This will be perfect for casual Fridays, right? And casual Fridays are not sloppy Saturdays at work, at a work office, right? Let me tell you something. Casual Friday, canary in a coal mine. You're absolutely right, Fran. You are absolutely right. Ooh, right, Fran? That would be real nice, Fran. Real nice. Casual Fridays, canary in a coal mine, right? Right, Anna Marie? The slopification of America. Because casual Fridays eventually turned into sloppy Saturdays, right? Right? Right. So I got this for Chewy for work for casual Fridays in the fall, and this is by Nautica. This is the 80s 2-ply cotton, which, can I tell you something? When Walmart carried the George, they had the men's line in George too, and they still do have some of the George stuff in the men's, but they don't have the George dress shirts anymore. They had an 80s the exact same thing, a 2-ply cotton that was a French blue men's dress shirt. That thing was the best dress shirt Chewy ever had. And unfortunately, it started to threadbare around the collar and we had to get rid of it. And by that time, they didn't carry it anymore. But if you can find anything that says 80s 2-ply cotton, that is fabulous. But it's just a small check. And this is like almost like a barn red. It's not a true red, and it's not a burgundy. I would say it's a barn red and white, and it's just a button down, long sleeve, pocket there on the side of the chest, and it has the hook loop right there, and then the pleat in the back, and it's very crisp. I love a nice crisp shirt on a man, and it's got a nice cuff on it too. So this will look very nice with khakis, very nice with khakis for casual Fridays at work. So, and Chewy keeps ties at work in his desk so that if he ever has to go into a meeting, he can throw a tie on with his shirt. You know what I mean? To, you know, so that he's appropriately dressed. You can appreciate that, right, Anna Marie? Then I got this, okay? I love a good belt. I certainly do. And I'm looking for a good belt to match a dress that needs a belt. And I have a specific, right, Jen? Right. I have a specific vision in my mind of what belt I want to get for this dress, and I haven't found it yet, but I'm looking at the Goodwill. But I found this. You're going to love this because this is so 80s to me. Maybe a little too narrow to be 80s, but I love it. It's a patent leather black belt. So, and it's got a big black buckle on it. So I just love this. How classic is that, right? Now, listen, you know my diagonal shirt that I love so much, right? Well, I want to find a black jumper, a black wool jumper. I could wear that shirt underneath of it, right? I could use this. I know. We do, though, Anna Marie, right? We do here in our circle of friends, don't we? We do. We have to lead by example. We do. We have to lead by example. Right? And we have to... Do you, Fran? Yeah. I think it's cute, and it's very, very classic, right? It's very, very classic. I mean, it would match this just fine. Little dressy for this dress, but yeah, so I'm looking for a black wool jumper, right, to wear that black diagonal with, or somebody had suggested a black like straight skirt, right, and I could use this belt. You know what I'd like to find too? I'd like to find a nice pair of black boots with like a block heel, right? But here's the issue, okay? How ridiculous does it look? Look what he's doing. That's Buddy. So he must see a moth or a bug. I know, Tina. I know. There's always something going on behind me, isn't there? There is. That's Buddy. Right. Yes, he is, Fran. Right. Let me tell you something, Jen. I told you, I never saw my mom and dad in pajamas growing up. Never saw them in pajamas growing up. Because when they came out of their room in the morning, they were dressed. They were dressed. I know. I mean, I think it's okay to, you know, like in the mornings to have your pajamas on. I think it's okay. If you have company in your house, then you need to be wearing a robe or like a cardigan a duster or something like that. You know what I mean? Just to kind of, up it up a little bit. But no, 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 no. And a lot of people that I see that are in pajamas look like they wore them to bed the night before. And can I tell you something? This isn't the time to talk about this, but the infantilization of adults, these damn onesie pajamas, the one-piece pajamas, the fuzzy, the polar fleece pajamas, the fuzzy pajamas that have the hoods with the little ears and all that. That is infantilizing adults. Oh my God, Anna Marie. Oh my gosh. Oh, can you imagine what I would be saying? Yes. Yes, Tina. Yes. 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 We have to do what we can, friends. That's why we have Feminine Friday, right? That's why we have Feminine Friday. Just wear a dress, wear a skirt, go out into public, and just walk with your head held high, knowing that you look cute today, right? That's what you do. It can be a structured dress. It can be an unstructured dress. You can wear wedges. You could wear flats, not Crocs. They're horrible for your feet. They're horrible for your legs, knees. They're horrible for your back. They certainly are. Right. 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 Then I like when we have dinner, okay? And if it's just Chewy and I, if it's Chewy and Louise and I, if we have company over for a dinner, if we have a meal and there's extra people, I always have extra napkins on the table. So everybody gets a diagonally folded napkin on the left side of their plate with their fork on top, right? So everybody gets one. And then I always have like a stack of napkins that sit next to me. That way, because everybody always needs an extra napkin when they're eating, right? And I can just pick it up and hand it. Oh, here's an extra napkin. I noticed that you have, Isley's ham sauce all the way up to your elbows, right? Well, I found this. I thought it was a Longaburger when I first saw it, but it was not a Longaburger. It was not. Because if it was, I would have like yelled gleefully like a banshee. It was 50 cents, 50% off. But look, it's a napkin basket. It is the perfect size for napkins. So what I'm going to start doing now is I'm going to put the napkins in here and have them on the table at every meal. That way, when you need an extra napkin, you can just reach for, take one out of the basket. Because I have like a pile of extra napkins, right? Because everybody always needs an extra napkin, right? They do. So there you go. So I was super happy. And can I tell you something? When Chewy saw this in the cart, he knew exactly what it was for. He said, you found a napkin basket. So he knew exactly what I was going to use it for. He did. So there you go. Right? So think about that. If you have napkins on your table, or you want to have extra napkins for people, especially littles. Oh, and older people too. Like people that are like closer to 80 than 75. Napkin basket. So there we go, friends. That's what I got at the Goodwill today. Certainly, I'm happy with everything. I certainly am. So real happy about this belt, right? If it was a little bit wider, it would definitely be 80s. but I'm really happy about this belt. So there's just basic things you need. You know what I mean? Thank you, Tina. Thank you. Thank you. I've heard a couple of fireworks going off, so we'll probably hear those some tonight, you know, most of the night tonight. And Max Velocity just went live, so he's probably tracking the storms, or the storm Beryl, Beryl, and that is a girl's name, right? Because was it Honey or was it you, Fran, that said Chris is next and then it's Debbie? So this would be, Chris would be boy, Debbie would be girl, so Beryl has to be girl. Are they, Fran? Yeah. 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 Sorry about that earlier. I was distracted, so I had to take care of things. I don't want anybody hijacking. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. That was green tea. Chris. Yeah. So that's boy. And then Debbie's girl. So Beryl, Beryl, that has to be a girl's name. And I think that's a nice name. I certainly do. Can I tell you something? I love the name Evie. I love the name Evie. Not Evie, but Evie. I love that name. And I was watching when I recommended the girl in the tiara, that YouTube channel, I watched a video and she pronounced the princess's name Marie Henrietta, which is Henrietta, but she pronounced it Henrietta, which I thought was so pretty. I mean, right? Instead of Henry, it could be Henri, because that's how they say it in France, right? But I like Evie. I like Evie. Not Evie, but Evie. I think that's a real pretty name. So anyway, there you go, friends. There you go. If you are not following me on Instagram, if you are on Instagram, I would like to invite you to come join our Instagram friend circle. I certainly would. You can send me a private direct message. I will vet you. I certainly will. And listen, it's painful. I mean, it's painless. It's painless, but I'll vet you to within an inch of your life. I will. And listen, Tina can tell you it's painless. Fran can tell you it's painless. Anna Marie can tell you it's painless. It's painless, friends. It's painless. I'll vet you to within an inch of your life, and then I will gladly welcome you into our Instagram circle of friends. I certainly will. And then buckle it up, Buttercup, because I am going to inundate you with the most hilarious, inappropriate shorts from Instagram that you have ever seen. And I will be laughing my ass off as I send each and every one of you each and every reel and short that I find. I know some of you are like, Lala, stop it. I can't stand it anymore. My stomach hurts. I'm laughing so hard. I can't help it, friends. Listen, if I've got to bear them, if I have to look at them, you have to look at them. If I laugh so hard, I almost piss myself, which doesn't happen anymore because I use the Thigh Master. Oh, okay. Okay, Fran. Okay. Does the mannequin look like you, or is it just a dress form? Please tell me it's just a dress form, because that'll creep me out, Fran, if she looks like you. Tell me it's just the dress form. I know, Tina, right? You're like, Lala, that's enough. Stop it. We can't stand it anymore. You should see me when I am sending out the reels and the shorts I'm like do 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 do. Everybody gets it. And I'm laughing the whole time. Oh, she's gonna love this. Oh, she's gonna love it. Oh, she's not gonna love it, but I'm still sending it to her. Oh no, Fran, no, no. Anna Marie, look at the Goodwill, look at garage sales, look at thrift stores. They're very easy to find. They're very easy to find. They are. They're very easy to find. When I send the reels, Tina, is he asking you what are you laughing about? I know, right? I can't help it. I can't help it. I just have to do it. And probably when I send out the reels, some of them are probably like everybody's thinking like, what the hell is Lala thinking? Why is she sending this to me? Because I had to endure it. I had to endure it. So guess who else has to endure it? Every one of our Instagram friends. Right, Tina? Right? Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. We may have a tea party one night for Circle Time. We certainly might. We might. But so you'll be having a garden. You'll be having a garden tour again. I'm not going to tell you what Chewy did tonight while I was at the Goodwill, because he drops me off. Then he goes to Lowe's. He may, listen, you guys are no good at interventions. You're no good at interventions. Get it together, friends. Get it together. Jen. He may have bought some more flowers at the Lowe's while I was at the Goodwill. He may. And we sat in Mary Todd in the parking lot at the Goodwill, and we made a pledge to each other. We didn't pledge undying love because we did that a long, long time ago. We already did that, right? We already did that. And I didn't pledge that I would help Chewy hide a body if he needed me to, because I pledged that a long, long time ago too. A long time ago. Before I pledged my undying love to him, I pledged that I would help him hide a body if he needed me to. Right? Right. We made a pledge not to buy any more flowers. No more flowers this year. No more. He bought 4 Mexican heathers. 4 Mexican heathers. He had been stalking, STALKING, the Lowe's for the Mexican heather, because we got those last year and we loved them. They did very, very well. So we wanted to get some more this year, and he was finally able to find them. So he bought 4 of them. They're hanging baskets. Oh, no. No, Tina, does he really? Oh, my gosh. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. You would think the world ended when Chewy is weed eating and he hits a plant by accident. You'd think the world ended. You would. You'd think the world. He comes in. Lala, I just chopped off. Jen. He did get a military discount. Yes. So they were on sale. He got a military discount. Yes. You know what, Jen? They were having the 4th of July sale still, so I'll have to ask him. I'll have to ask him. I was so exasperated that I didn't even ask him how much they cost, which is unusual for me because what do I always say? The first thing I say is, how much did it cost? How much did it cost? But yeah, so we sat and married Todd and we made a pledge to each other. No more flowers, no more flowers, but you're going to get a garden tour. You are. You are. And I just want you all to know that your intervention, if I had to grade your intervention, yeah, C minus. C minus. And I don't even believe in pluses and minuses. It's a straight grade, but I'm giving you all a C minus. I'm giving you all a C minus. Oh, right? But let me tell you what happened. When we were getting the bands of rain last night, it was coming down so hard. It beat the chlorophyll out of some of our flowers out there. And it was so humid and like, bleh, you know, I had to buzz cut the petunias in the 2 front urns. I certainly did. I had to buzz cut them because they were so sickly looking. They had been beat to death by the rain because they were so big. Right, Tina? And you know, here's the thing. It was just a straight down rain. It wasn't like, it wasn't that. It was a straight down rain, but it was very hard and very steady. And the flowers just were like this. So tonight when we got home, sheets of rain. Tonight when we got home, I told Chewy, I said, go in the garage and get me the garden shears because I'm going to go out front there and I'm going to buzz. Oh, Anna Marie, are they? Right, Tina? Did they really, Anna Marie? You know what, Anna Marie? You know what I would do? This probably isn't the right thing to do. I would get some deer corn, Anna Marie. I would get deer corn and I would throw it out in the yard to keep them away from the flowers. Do you know what I mean? I know it's not good to feed. I know it's not good to feed them. I know it's not. But to keep them away from your, plants, you could do that. There's some stuff you can buy too that you can spray on it. You can spray on your, can I tell you something? I think it's urine. I do. I think it's like an animal that they don't like. I think it's like that smell, but they call it urine, right? urine, urine. And you can spray it on the flowers, right? Do you hear that? Echinacea is deer resistant. Marigolds are deer resistant. Is mint deer resistant? Oh, it doesn't work. What about deer corn? Couldn't you just get deer corn and scatter it away from the plants? That would be something you could do. I would think it would be. I mean, I don't know. You could always mix Benadryl and water together and spray it on your plants, Anna Marie. I'm joking. Let me tell you something. Marigolds are supposed to be rabbit proof, but Bunny, we have 2 little baby bunnies, and one of them I've called Bunny. And Bunny came into the yard yesterday, and Chewy and I are sitting over on the wooden bench by the garage door, and I'm watching the marigolds, and they're going like this and everything. And I said to Chewy, I said, I think Bunny is eating the marigolds. Sure enough, I walk over to the patio and there's that sweet little baby bunny just eating on those marigolds. And we've got an echinacea that we think that the rabbits have eaten. Like, just the echinacea, one plant is just like a bunch of stems sticking up. They've eaten them to death. They have. See what he says, Anna Marie. I mean, I don't, he may not want to do something like that because I don't necessarily think it's good to feed wild animals like that. Do you know what I mean? Because then it might make them dependent to where they can't, you know what I mean? But the way things are right now, I mean, they may appreciate a little bit of corn, deer corn thrown out there, or at least, away from your flowers. And that way they know not to, they must be pretty domesticated deer. I think a lot of deer have become domesticated, if you know what I mean. Like not afraid of people. Do you know what I mean? So tomorrow, can I tell you something? It's always bejangly, right? When it's like a 4-day weekend or like you have a holiday in the middle of the week, it bejangles and you lose track of like what day it is, right? Oh, how cute is that, Tina? That's cute, right? We get quite Oh, that's wonderful, Anna Marie. Ah, that's sweet. That's sweet. Now, our diagonal backyard neighbors, right? Our diagonal, they have a very big waterfall in their backyard that goes into a pond area, and the deer come there at night and they drink like the water. They drink the water. It doesn't bother them. And then our neighbors next door, they have a bocce court, right? And in the mornings, you can see where the deer have been walking in the bocce court in the rocks in the bocce court, because he has a garden on the other side of the bocce court, but he has it fenced off, and then he has like netting over the top so that they can't like reach anything real, they'll eat the leaves that come out of the fence, but they can't get into it to eat anything. But it's quite wooded in the township behind us, and deer do roam, and wild turkeys too. Wild turkeys roam around. They do. And we've had deer. My neighbor across the street, she caught on her security camera in the middle of the day, she caught like 8 deer walking up from the township, the road right here on the side, and walking into the city. And they were just all walking along the road, and she caught it on her security camera in the middle of the day. In the middle of the day. So, it was aggressive to watch them do that, Anna Marie, to watch the fawns. It was. Yeah, sometimes those things are aggressive, but I bet the fawns were super, super sweet looking. I bet they were. So, but tomorrow's Saturday, so the weekend starts. So I'll be doing my usual weekend stuff, laundry, restocking the bathrooms, getting things ready for the week. I do have to change the cats' boxes this weekend. I'm going to be doing Saturday at the sink, so we're going to be doing that, and just enjoying the weekend. Chewy and Louise will be going over to Ohio tomorrow because Louise wants to look for new golf shoes. She does. So they're going to be doing that. Probably have lunch. They're going to get gas over there for Mary Todd because our gas is quite high over here, quite high. You know, do you know that we can vary as much as 20 cents from Ohio over here? And Ohio's just a hop, skip, and a jump. Psh, over. It is. So that's what they'll be doing. I think it's in the 70s right now here. I don't think we're supposed to get real hot this weekend. I think there's chances of storms. So we'll just be looking outside to see what our weather is at any given time, you know. And that's about it. Do you? Very interesting, Tina. That's interesting that it's cheaper for you to do that. I think Pennsylvania has very high gas, to be quite honest with you. I really do. I mean, it's astonishing. It's astonishing how high our gas is, which you wouldn't think, you know. Oh, that's very interesting. That's interesting. I prefer to go to Ohio to shop. Even though we don't have tax on food and clothes here, I like to go over to Ohio to shop because there's more of a variety of things in, you know, over there than in our area here. So I prefer to go over there. And people think I'm crazy. $3.23. It doesn't have to be that high. It doesn't. It doesn't. It does not have to be that high. Who remembers when gas was $1.50 a few years ago? Like 4.5 years ago? Yeah, it was that low. It was. So we'll fix it, right? We'll fix it. I know you do, Anna Marie. We all do. We all do. Let me tell you something, friends. It'll happen, right? It has to happen. It does. It does. Because people are going to lose their shit. Oh my God, they have no idea what could happen. So anyway, all right, friends, I just wanted to spend a little time chatting with you all. I really appreciate you spending this time with me this evening, taking a little time out of your Friday. I know, Anna Marie. I know. I know. Keep the faith, friend. Keep the faith. And do what you can. Do what you can. Yeah. Yeah. Right? So I heard on a video today that I think we're on the fiat system for currency and that it only lasts like 50 years before it has to be restarted. And we're coming up on the 50 years now for it to have to be restarted. You know what I mean? Because it can only sustain for so long. And that's why they're pushing so hard for this digital currency bullshit. Right? Yeah. We'll get it all figured out. Just remember, nobody messes with the lion when he's walking through the jungle because they know they'll get their faces ripped off, right? Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I think we are in between Anna Marie and you, Jen. I think we're between those two. I think we might be more towards you, Jen, as far as the price goes, but we're in between that here. So, I know, right? Drill, baby, drill. Drill, baby, drill. Right? We want people to be begging us, right? We don't want to be begging other countries. That just makes us look pathetic. I think that might be us, Tina, right around there. I think. So, anyway, all right, friends. Let's say goodnight. Oh, wait. Where's Jolly Boy? Where's Jolly Boy? Jolly! I want to show Jolly before we go.
I think he's behind the couch.
Jolly! Jolly Boy! Find him, sir.
No, not there.
Oh, Jen, that's possible. Yeah. Let me tell you something. When we lived in Watertown, New York, they would always come. They would always come across. And there was a mall called the Salmon Run Mall, okay? And they would come and they would shop there. And you would see them out in the parking lot, the Canadians. They would be cutting the tags off of all their clothes. And if they bought new shoes, they would take the shoes and they would scrape them on the blacktop so that they didn't look brand new. That way they wouldn't have to pay customs going across back into Canada. Salmon Run Mall back in the 80s. That's what they used to do. Okay, here he is. Here's our Jolly Boy. Oh, he has sleepy face. Look. Chewy woke him up. Say goodnight, friends. You gonna say goodnight to your friend? Aw. Say goodnight. I know, Tina, right? Look at the stripes on his on his legs. They're getting darker. Look, up, look, there's Buddy. Are you saying goodnight to your friend? You got sleepy face. Look at his sweet little sleepy face. I know. He yawned. Oh, Louise is going to be so sorry she missed that. Say goodnight. Say goodnight to everybody. There we go. Everybody's here. Everybody's here having their snack before dinner. We've got Sir, we've got Buddy, we've got Jolly, and we've got Grandma. She's got Buttons. She's the grandma. She's the only girl of the group. And can I tell you, it's funny because Jolly is able to be next to Buttons now without Buttons growling at him. Now, she won't put up with any shenanigans from him. She allows him to be next to her, but he has to behave because the minute he starts shenanigans with her, she will growl at him and he like backs up like he has learned. He's got sleepy face. So anyway, friends, there's my Jolly Boy. I know, right? We're going to have to monitor his growth because he was just in the palm of my hand when we first got him. So thank you all so much for loving him as much as we do. So he's a lot of fun. He certainly is. Okay, friends, thank you so much for spending this time with me tonight. I have certainly enjoyed it, and I hope that you have too. I want to wish you all a very wonderful weekend. I will see you tomorrow at some point at the sink. I certainly will, so look for that video. And then, of course, you'll have another garden tour next week at some point. And don't forget, next Wednesday we have circle time. So that'll be a fun time too. Okay? Are we ready? I think we're ready. I hope you are happy. I hope you are happy. I know, Jen, right? Too damn bad. I hope you are healthy. Anna Marie, we are so happy you are feeling better. Take your zinc every day. It is up to us, friends. It is. And I hope you are safe. I certainly, certainly do. I'll see you tomorrow at the sink, friends. Have a great, great rest of the night and a great weekend.